Hello everybody, it's your non-binary pal Gracious E.V.A here, and welcome back to another traditional art speed paint. This one is going to be really fun because it is the first time here, at least, that I am using soft pastels, specifically soft pastel pencils. Now, I've been wanting to try these for a bit, and I got them as a Christmas present, so yeah, around the time that I was recording this, it was close to that time, and I thought I would try them out. So yeah, before this, I had never used soft pastels for I had used oil pastels, and that wasn't very fun, and I always like to use charcoal. The thing about charcoal though is that I struggle a bit with just working in values sometimes, and I want to work with color. So when I heard that these were a thing, I thought it would be really fun to use those, and I was right. They're basically, it's a kind of similar to charcoal, kind of like charcoal but in color, but it's also a lot smoother because of how well these blend. Like, I've never had an art supply that like blends like a dream before, and yeah, it was really fun to use these to like create hair gradients and add some more subtler shading for this first drawing. And yes, I say first drawing because I actually created 2 drawings for this video. So yeah, the first drawing here is of Lai. I knew that I wanted to draw Lai when I was swatching out the characters, and swatching out the colors, and I saw that some of the pinks would work perfectly for Lai's hair, so I decided to draw him. I remember for this drawing, I was just kind of, drawing an alternate version of him. In this drawing, he actually has quite a bit longer hair than he usually has, which was really fun to draw. I do really like it with long hair. That might become a future design decision down the road, because the story that I want to tell with him in it has a long ways to go, and all the characters will probably get a couple more designs till then. But for Lai, I do like this for him, so yeah. And the outfit I gave him was one that was just stuff based off of Pinterest. I saw a shirt with this like cool striped rainbow thing, and I thought I would include that because gay, and he is gay. So yeah, the colors on this are just so vibrant. I love how vibrant they are. I was noticing that while drawing this. I think this and my gouache painting experience are some of the most vibrant experiences I've had with traditional art, and yeah, I just really liked how it was. Because of how vibrant it was, I also decided to add some blue lighting, some blue rim lighting, and I think that popped really nicely. And yeah, on this first one, there's a bit more scratchiness onto this one. That was just because first ever drawing using these, still trying to get used to them. But yeah, you can see the places where I'm adding shading. It becomes like really smooth and nice. Yeah, and this one also came with a pencil color that was pretty similar to Lai's skin tone, which is nice. It is actually a bit paler than his skin tone, so I've still yet to find something that's exactly his skin tone, but let's be honest, that's not really happening. I also have that problem with other characters. So yeah, everything was really fun here to draw. And in the background, I just did some quick hatching to apply the background, because why not? Yeah, you'll notice here that I have him in a pose that has a pretty complex hand pose, and I think it looks okay. It probably looks cursed a little bit, but I tried. And he's texting on his phone. And yeah, towards the end of this, something that I found really fun was that you can draw line art over these with my colored pins really easily. I thought it would have a bit more tooth, like it usually does with my paintings, because of how it dries. But it was really smooth to just lay down the line art on, and yeah, I was really happy about that because it meant that I could line all of these really easily, and it would have a nice pop at the end. Now, there is something I do want to talk about with the line arting phase, but I'll do that during the next artwork, so I have something to talk about there too. But yeah, I think I'll let the rest of this one play out, since it was yeah, that's pretty much it for this one, and then I'll pop back in for the second artwork. Alright, so for the second artwork, it's a bit simpler, but the design itself was a bit different. So at this time, I had also gotten a light box. Wow, a light box. I finally got a light box, which means that I can either, draw the sketch on a different piece of paper or draw it digitally, and then transfer that over, trace over that with the light box, and I never have to worry about cleanup sketches again. Yippee yay, I love it. If you are new to my channel, I do not like doing cleanup sketches. I've talked about it before in my other traditional art videos. I've come up with different ways of working around that, but for fuller pieces like this, a light box is really, really helpful. And for this drawing, I decided to draw sky. I haven't talked about sky in a really long time. I didn't do the redraw last year. I mean, I did, but I didn't post it. But yeah, my character Sky, I've drawn them a lot before. But I did actually draw them one time last year for Pride Month in a non-binary themed artwork. And I liked that design so much that I'm kind of leaning towards that being their new design, their redesign, if you will. Yeah, the version of Sky that I have in my head now is a lot different than how they were before. Since I saw this cool like butterfly makeup pattern on Pinterest and decided I wanted to draw someone like that, and Sky is my main butterfly themed character. Well, kind of Monarch is too as well, but originally it was Sky. They were my main butterfly character, and yeah, I just wanted to draw their cooler design, their more mythical design. And on this design too, I also added in some earrings and a cool like butterfly bow in the back. I thought that looked really cute, as well as the makeup, which was kind of hard to color around because I didn't want to lose the sketch in definition, and I ended up just lining over it, and that ended up working fine. But yeah, for this one I used a lot of purple. As you could probably tell, I used one of the lighter purples for their skin tone, and then the more vibrant purples for their hair, and I had that hair gradient into this orangey gold colors, which are all really great. Like I said, these are really nice colors. I really like them a lot. I wish there was more skin tone, like natural skin tone colors. You can use any. Yeah. I also used a lot of dark purple for the shading, obviously. But yeah, this one was really fun to create also. I feel like it was a little bit smoother, although the skin tone is a little more obviously not as smooth since it's not as pale as the paper that I used. But yeah, overall, this was really fun. The hair took a long time because it's a lot of hair this time, but I didn't mind because I like hair. I like hair, and I like adding ingredients. I just like adding hair ingredients. I don't know why. And I also included some butterflies, and yeah, again, I did the same thing. I lined this after I was done shading everything. Before I do that though, and if you are familiar with soft pastels, this will make sense. Soft pastels are super duper messy. They are even more messier than charcoal, and that is saying something because charcoal is pretty messy, but soft pastels are so just delicate, and you have to be really careful with them. And usually what you want to do is to set the artwork after you're done with it, which I do. I use a workable fix for that. And the thing about that though is I don't know how that reacts to line art or reacts to my colored pens that I use, because my colored pens are not waterproof. They're water soluble. Well, I don't think they're intentionally meant to be water soluble, but they're certainly not waterproof. I didn't want it to mess up the line art, so I actually set the artwork first and then added the line art over it. But even with the fix over it, it actually still felt smooth to line, so yeah, good to know. And you don't really need to set the line art itself. That's fine. That's pinned. That's not going anywhere. So yeah, that's my process there. I think towards the end I'll talk a bit more about my overall experience with these and my pros and cons, and yeah, I'll just let the rest of this speed paint play out, and I will see you at the end. So, what do I think about soft pastels? Well, I think they're really neat. They're, like I said, they're super vibrant in color. They blend so well. I haven't had an art supply that has blended that nice before, even with charcoal. Sometimes I have trouble with that. But yeah, I love the color. I love the blending. They're super convenient too in their pencil form. I know there's just the normal sticks that you can get, but with my experience with charcoal sticks, that would be just a mess. So yeah, as a pencil, they're really nice. I think the set that I got has to be hand sharpened though, so that'll be a little challenging. The only downsides are, like I said, the mess. It's super messy, even in their pencil form. It'll smudge super easily on the page, and yeah, it's a lot. The other thing is the noise. This is a totally me thing, but I've always hated certain noise of the art supplies that I use, including my tablet to my pen. That sucks. And yeah, pencil is one of those that it depends. There's some pencils that I'm fine with hearing, scratching on paper, but some not so much. And these very much not so much. The noise is super grating on my ears, so I have to be wearing headphones and listening to something while working with these. But I mean, that's the same thing with my digital art, unfortunately. So yeah, again, that's a totally me thing. I hope you have enjoyed this video. It's first time doing two artworks in one video. Well, other than like art series. But yeah, I hope you have enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. You can read my comics on Webtoon, and I have a really fun thing in the works for everyone. And if you missed it last week, I talked about gateways, which is my newest project that I am working on. Please go check out that video if you haven't. It's just a little announcement and stuff that I'm going to work on. And yeah, I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.